Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to be going over a very underrated tip that you can implement directly into your Klaviyo account to see a very noticeable boost in your flow performance. Now, what is that tip? It's repurposing campaign emails back into some of your flow emails. So, oftentimes, over the last several months, you might have some campaigns in your account that have performed really well. Maybe it's like an educational or value-based type of email. But the issue is that people that are currently on your email list are the ones that are actually receiving those campaign emails. But new people that are coming through, let's say your welcome series or your flows, they're not going to actually have the opportunity to see some of those campaigns that have previously performed well because simply they weren't on your email list. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the importance and kind of the benefit of repurposing some of your existing campaign emails so you don't really have to do any additional work, and putting them back into some of your flow emails, injecting them into some of the flow emails that are already sending out. So that way we can really see a very noticeable increase in your flow performance over time. So stay tuned. I'm going to be breaking all of that down in that video today. All right, so the first thing that you want to do, and this is really the first step to making sure that we're injecting the correct campaign emails back into some of our flow emails, is you want to navigate over to the campaign section of your account. Now, this is where all the campaigns that you've previously launched out are going to be hosted on. You'll be able to see everything from the campaign title to the performance to the revenue, etc. So I'm in one of our accounts right now, and the next step is you want to kind of navigate over to the last 90 days time period, just so that way we can kind of see a bigger picture of all the campaigns that we've launched in the last 3 months, just to really identify the best performing ones. So after you've gone ahead and done that, you're gonna want to kind of start from the bottom. And we'll look at obviously the open rate, the click-through rate, and the placed order rate. I think the main thing that we want to look at here is the placed order rate and the revenue that's generated from each and every single one of these emails, because that's really the North Star when it comes to looking at the overall performance of an email, is how much revenue is generated from that email. So we just want to kind of look through, and I'm actually doing this live with you on this account. But we just want to kind of look through and see which campaigns have actually produced the highest amount of revenue. So we can see this one's generated over 2,500 in revenue. We see this one's generated over 2,000. This one's generated 1,400, 1,500, 1,800, 1,900, 2,000. 1,400. So as we can see, the highest performing campaigns for this account specifically are kind of in that 2,000 range. So we want to kind of identify, which campaigns are those. So this one's a holiday sale ends soon. This one is a new arrivals. This one is a love your journey sale extended, relax and recharge. And then we also have, spring fitness gear. So, with the purpose of repurposing some of these campaign emails back into some of your flow emails, we definitely don't want to inject some of the sales emails, just because you might not want to be running a sale, during a flow when someone is actually receiving that flow email, because it might be at different times of the year, and that specific sale just might not make sense for that specific time period that someone is going through a flow. And so what we've seen the best success with is actually injecting campaign emails that are more of like an educational based or value based email into some of your flow emails, because if you think about it, some of the best performing flows that you can run on your account are like the welcome series and the abandoned checkout, and potentially even the browse abandonment flow as well. And so we want to look at, based off of the campaigns that have performed well, which flows make sense to actually have some of these emails, and how can we best implement them, and where can we implement them in the email so that it best makes sense. So if you think about it, like a welcome series is really meant to kind of nurture and build trust and educate the customer about the brand and the product specifically. And so maybe, if you guys have any campaigns surrounding, value-based type of content, or, tips and tricks, or just products that are featured on your site, like best-selling collections, that sort of thing, that might be a great time to actually, that might be a great opportunity to actually implement that into the welcome series. Whereas, maybe you guys have some campaigns that you've launched that are more focused around social proof, or maybe you guys have been featured in the press. Maybe you guys are, you guys have sent content around some of the, testimonials and user-generated content that you guys have on your site, well then in that case, maybe it makes sense to actually incorporate that back into the abandoned checkout flow or the abandoned cart flow, just to really build that social proof. Because oftentimes when people are going through that abandoned cart or checkout flow, oftentimes it's just a matter of trust, or maybe pricing is an issue, or maybe they just, they want to see that other people have had a good experience, using your product. So that's actually a great opportunity to implement that back into the abandoned checkout flow. But going back into, the campaigns that have performed well for this account, recently we've launched a pregnancy workout campaign. So this is a really great value-based type of content email that has performed really well. This one's generated $1,400 and had a 58% open rate. And so what I want to do here is I actually want to go ahead and implement this back into this client's welcome series, because I think this could be a really, really valuable email that people should be, receiving. Because like I said earlier in the video, people that are currently going through the welcome flow, they will never see this pregnancy workout email ever, unless we actually send a campaign email now that they're on the email list. So I hope that makes sense. People that are going through the flow email, they will never receive any of the campaign emails that you've previously launched before they actually entered the welcome flow. So in that case, what we'll go ahead and do is we will, the first step is you want to go into the campaign here, and you want to navigate to the 3 dots on the very right, and you want to click on clone, and you can just clone the campaign here. And the next step that you want to do is you want to go to continue to content. And we ran an A/B test here, but what you want to do is you just want to click on edit the email. So there's going to be a drop down here. So this will provide easy access for you to pull up this template when we go into the welcome series flow. So you want to go into save as a template, and we'll just title this pregnancy workout for now. And you want to save that as a template. And you can actually see the template right here. It says pregnancy workout with Strong by Sophia, deep core and pelvic floor breath work. There's a call to action to start the workout. And you can see that we also feature some of the main best-selling products of the store as well, with another call to action button. So again, I think this is a great email to add to the welcome series, just to provide extra value to the email list. So the next step that we want to do here is we want to go into your welcome flow. So I already have this pulled up. The welcome flow is right here. And so what we want to do is we want to actually add this email to the end of your welcome series. So I would say, your standard welcome series should have emails surrounding like education about the brand, education and value around the products, best-selling collections and products, the story of the founder, all that good stuff. You definitely want to, maintain what you have. Think of this as kind of more of supplemental and additional, or we want to add this in addition to, the welcome series that's already performing well. So, if you guys have a welcome series that contains 4 to 5 emails, you definitely want to keep that going. You don't want to change anything about that. Obviously, you can still optimize that flow, but you definitely want to be able to add more emails on top of that. So once people actually go through the standard welcome series, then at that point they will, go ahead and start to receive more value-based emails, which will help to nurture that specific customer or potential customer. So what we'll go ahead and do here is we'll add another time delay. I would definitely recommend every 2 days is a great cadence to send emails on the welcome series. And so set a time delay of 2 days, and then we will go ahead and add this to the end. And then what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and add an email here. And so now at this point, this is where we want to add that pregnancy workout email that we just discussed. So here what we do is we go to select template, and we'll go to save templates. And the pregnancy workout template that we just saved should be right here. So we're going to click that, and we're going to click use template. And I just want to make sure everything is good to go. Everything is linking up properly here. And we're going to click save. And then for the subject line, we can obviously just use the same exact subject line that we did for the campaign email, just because people wouldn't have seen this exact email before because they're a new profile that's going through this flow. So we can just use the same subject line and preview text here, and then you're going to click done. And then we'll just go ahead and make this live. And so voila, basically what we've gone ahead and done is we've looked back at previous campaigns that have had a proven history of producing a significant amount of revenue. And again, you can kind of decide for yourself which emails that you want to pick and choose from to put back into your flow. But what we went ahead and did is we looked at the best value nurture-based emails that have produced the highest amount of revenue, and looked at ways that we can actually put this back into a welcome flow that people are already receiving. So now this email here is part of the welcome flow. So now people are going to be going through this flow, and they're going to be receiving an email that has like a proven history of performing really, really well in terms of revenue. So what this will allow us to do is it's going to allow us to basically boost the performance of our flow emails, and it's going to allow us to basically repurpose a lot of the campaigns that we've already worked really hard on. Like we've already done the copy, the design, and everything related to that, and all that work is done. So now we can just repurpose it back into the flows to see even better performance overall. So I hope this tip was helpful. I really, really encourage you to actually implement this into your account, into your own account. I think this will work really, really well. We've actually been implementing this to a lot of our other clients' accounts, and it's performing really, really well. Again, important note, just make sure to just kind of think through where it would make the most sense to add it to. Maybe you want to add an email to the abandoned checkout. Maybe there's like a social proof email. Maybe you have a value-based email that's part of a welcome series that makes sense to add to. Maybe you guys want like a frequently asked question type of email. So basically, if you guys have a FAQ type of email, maybe that makes sense to add that back into like the new customer post-purchase email, where a new customer has just purchased your product and they don't really, they have a lot of questions surrounding it, and they don't really know how to get started with it or how it works. So the FAQ email could be a great option to add to that. So again, I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to write a comment down below, ask a question. I'm happy to go ahead and answer that for you. Again, thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you guys need any help with your email marketing, specifically with Klaviyo, please feel free to reach out to me. I have my calendar linked down below, so feel free to book in a call with me, and I'm happy to kind of see how, potentially if and how myself and my team might be able to help you with your email marketing. I'm Siv, I'm the founder of LTV Labs, and we actually help e-commerce brands add an additional 5 to 7 figures in revenue every single month after month through our flows and campaigns. So yeah, if you guys are looking for any help with email marketing, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to have a chat with you and talk through a little bit more about strategy. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.